Here comes the lower steering stem bearing. I'm half-assing it, doing it super quick. Been at it like 5 minutes. Pull the bolt off, the nut off the bottom of the stem. Your bearing's right above it. And there's two little bolts on each side of the stem. Two little bolts, take 10 mil wrench, holds this little blade on that has your bearing. Unbolt that, then your steering stem will lift up. You can see how it comes up. There's about 1/4 of an inch left where that shaft won't come through to get that bearing off. What I'm going to do is your ring, which does nothing for support, basically just as a guide. I'm going to cut about 1/2 inch out of it so I can slide that shaft out and pull the bearing off. Ideally, you'd probably pull those tie rods off there and out of the way, but I'm not going to do that. Just going to have at her with the saw. Cut that off out of there. Then hopefully I can slide that shaft out of there, or slide the shaft up I should say, and then I can pull that bearing out and get her changed. Hopefully I do that without wrecking the tie rod. But I think we're gonna be all right. Now, you're only gonna do this once, so make sure you do it right. She's cut now. No turning back. Actually, if you wanted to, so I'm not that ambitious, you cut it just like I did and then bend it up, pull the shaft out, pull your bearing off, and then tack weld it back together when you're done. If you're that ambitious. Oh yeah, safety glasses, don't forget. So, now that I've cut parts off my bike, let's hope my plan works. Kind of. Oh yeah, it's gonna go and I'm gonna make it. Yep, should have unbolted the tie rods. Actually, the stem doesn't have all that much flex in it. All I gotta do is take these bearings off. Actually, man's best friend, right? One dog, screwdriver, and a hammer, but we don't need a hammer. Flex it just enough. Look at that shit. Piece of junk. Here we are. Now I gotta go bearing shopping. Looks pretty generic. I should be able to get that just about anywheres. Find the number on it. No, it doesn't look good on that side. Oh yeah. China. No wonder it's frigged up. 1726203. That's a crappy number. Oh well. We'll find one. They're only $16 from BRP if you want to order one. So, there you go. I didn't have to remove my airbox, my ECM, and all that junk on top, like snorkels and all the plastic. Saved myself a lot of work. And that piece that I cut off has basically zero structural integrity, given how small it is, how thin it is, and how narrow. Like, all it's doing is basically holding this in place. But when this is bolted in and you've got 95% of this thing covered, this little bit missing right here isn't going to let this thing move, especially when it's bolted down. I have no fear of the integrity of the strength of this thing being compromised by any means. Hopefully I'm right.